Ah yes, Grave Encounters. The film that said, what if ghost hunting reality shows were actually real? And by real, I mean horribly cursed. This 2011 found footage horror gem is like if Ghost Adventures met the Blair Witch Project, but instead of shaky cam in the woods, it's shaky cam in a labyrinth of nightmares, and instead of mildly annoying ghosts going, get out, you've got malicious spirits saying, get out, or we'll rip your tongue out and turn you into a hospital-themed Happy Meal. Today, we're diving into Grave Encounters, a film that takes the found footage formula and asks the big question: what happens when you trap reality TV stars in a building that actively wants to murder them? Spoiler alert, it's a mess, and I love it. So buckle up, because we're breaking down this chaotic spiral of jump scares, ghostly nonsense, and Lance Preston's slow descent into rat-eating madness. Now, Grave Encounters opens with Jerry Hartfield, a TV producer who looks like he's one bad decision away from running a crypto scam. Jerry's here to explain that Grave Encounters was a reality show that got cancelled after 5 episodes. And surprise, surprise, the reason is because the crew's 6th episode never made it to air, because nobody came back alive. First red flag. Jerry's whole, this is raw footage, only edited for time, spiel. Found footage films love to do this, like saying, yeah, these people absolutely died horribly, but we kept the runtime tight for your viewing pleasure. Enter our main cast. Lance Preston, host, ghost hunting enthusiast, and walking Red Bull advertisement. Sasha Parker, the occult specialist with Sirius, I read tarot on Instagram, energy. Matt White, the tech guy, which in horror terms means, walking dead man. T.C. Gibson, the cameraman who's 1000% done with Lance's nonsense before the haunting even starts. And finally, Houston Gray, a psychic medium who's about as convincing as a kid trying to fake sick to skip school. This crew's goal: investigate the Collingwood Psychiatric Hospital, a place that has bad vibes written all over it. The hospital's caretaker, a man who looks like he's seen things, gives them a tour, casually mentioning that this building housed a doctor named Arthur Friedkin. Old Doc Friedkin went full mad scientist, performing lobotomies and bizarre experiments on patients before he was finally killed by the same people he was torturing. Fun stuff. The crew, of course, ignores every red flag like they're playing horror bingo. And then, in what has to be the dumbest decision since someone said, let's remake The Exorcist, they lock themselves inside for the night. Because apparently, nothing screams, ratings gold, like trapping yourself in a haunted hospital after hearing a backstory straight out of a Stephen King novel. At first, nothing really happens, which honestly feels pretty realistic for a ghost investigation. I mean, how often do you actually get a full-on poltergeist parade when you're trying to film? But then, boom, a door slams shut behind TC while he's wandering the halls, and suddenly, things start to unravel faster than Houston's psychic readings. Naturally, Lance grabs his EVP recorder like he's about to drop the hottest ghost hunting mixtape of 2011. And, credit where it's due, the film plays this really smart. The tension builds gradually, doors slam, objects move, whispers echo through the halls, but the crew stays in denial longer than a guy refusing to ask for directions. Eventually, things crank up. They hear whispers, shadows dart across hallways, and honestly, Collingwood starts to feel like one big haunted IKEA. Every turn leads to another corridor that feels exactly like the one before. This is where Grave Encounters gets mean. When morning comes, or at least when it should come, the caretaker never shows up to unlock the door. Weird, right? So they bust open the front door, only to discover that it now leads to another hallway. Every exit they find, just more endless corridors. It's like they've been teleported into some kind of paranormal escape room from hell. From here, everything spirals. Houston, launched across the room by an invisible force. Goodbye, psychic man. TC, pulled into a bathtub full of blood like he's being sacrificed to a bathroom demon. Matt, found him. Except now he's babbling like someone who's had way too much contact with Reddit conspiracy forums. To make things even worse, the crew wakes up one morning to find hospital wristbands on their arms, complete with their names, like the ghosts are checking them into hotel insanity. Now, Lance and Sasha, The last survivors decide to head for the tunnels, because when you're trapped in a haunted asylum and everything's out to kill you, why not crawl into a dark underground maze? Spoiler alert. That goes badly. Sasha gets sick and, poof, disappears in a mist like she's been Thanos snapped. Lance is left to wander alone, surviving on rats like he's Bear Grylls' haunted cousin. Eventually, Lance stumbles upon Friedkin's operating room, complete with a demonic altar, because apparently Friedkin wasn't just a bad doctor, but also an amateur sorcerer. Before Lance can process that he's walked into Satan's surgical suite, Ghost Friedkin and his nurse minions show up and perform a lobotomy on him like it's casual Friday in hell. The final shot. Lance, lobotomized, smiling like he's had one too many trips to the dentist. He tells the camera he's finally better, before giving a dazed farewell to the audience. And just like that, Grave Encounters leaves you questioning everything: reality TV, ghost hunting shows, and most importantly, why you'd ever step foot inside a haunted asylum in the first place. Grave Encounters isn't just scary, it's relentless. The film starts slow, lulls you into thinking it's your average ghost hunting flick, then cranks the dial to paranormal nightmare, and never lets go. It's claustrophobic, chaotic, and, let's be honest, weirdly funny in its own twisted way. The crew goes from overconfident thrill seekers to panic-stricken messes, and honestly, same. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, would you survive Collingwood Psychiatric Hospital? Spoiler alert. No. No, you would not. Stay spooky, friends.